Yay! Okay, I'm messing this up all the way, but okay, cool beans. Good morning. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Okay, this camera is zoomed in too close, so you can't really see my worldwide, but I did it. So today, actually, let me make sure this is working because I'm notorious for doing that where my mic is not working or something's not going on right. So gotta check that. So today I am live without a real plan. And the reason I felt like I should do something was that I've been talking to people about stuff that's been going on. I don't know how much you guys are following with what's happening in Miami. Not quite Miami, but Surfside. But apparently, if you don't live in South Florida, everything south of Orlando is Miami. So Surfside/Miami. But I see we have a couple people who are here. So hi. I need to stop doing that. It blurs. But if you're here, hi. I hope that you will ask questions and chat and say stuff and share and invite others because again, this was not a scheduled, planned thing. So I haven't had a chance to promote and encourage and invite other people. So if you're here, please do share with others and encourage them to come through and hang out and ask me questions so that I don't sound like a professor who is rambling and talking to myself. So in the past, I think I've done a couple of different videos where I talk about handling crisis. And I think I did one with talking to children about crisis and all that stuff. Since we've been talking, I guess if you live in Florida, I think it's national news now, but if you live in Florida, the conversation has been Surfside, where a building recently collapsed, and right now there are several, actually not several, more than 100 people are missing, and of course, a few people, there are a number of people who also lost their lives. So I want to talk about just handling these types of situations because they happen way more than we would like them to happen. And yeah, but if you're here, please say hi. Please type in a comment. If you have a question, please do ask a question because yeah, it helps me with the it helps keep the conversation. So I guess today it's not really new information as much as it is reminders, things that we need to remember as we, as a community, as a society, deal with these types of situations. Because right now, we know that a lot of people are hurting, and not only are the people impacted are hurting, the community is hurting. Just Surfside community, Miami-Dade community, Florida as a whole. A lot of people are going through different emotions. And one of the most important things that I always tell people whenever we have these types of crisis situations, please stop watching the news. I know it's great for their ratings that we watch. I know it's great for their ratings that we, what do you call it? What's the thing? That we get the notifications and we click on the notifications and then we get the notification, we click and they get one more view and this, that, and the other. However, that is one of the worst things we can do for our mental health is to constantly be letting that play and be replaying in our heads. And this morning, someone shared, or actually, did he text me? Yeah, someone texted me about it. And I went in and I looked up something. And just from looking at that, I started looking at it. I watched a video clip, and then I think the mayor was doing a news conference, and I watched that. Altogether, I would say maybe 10, no more than 15 minutes that I was watching this, and I could feel how that changed where I was. It changed my anxiety level. It just changed where I was, and that's just maybe 10, 15 minutes, no more than 15 minutes, and because as I'm watching on one screen, you're showing, okay, the mayor is talking and saying how things are going, and then they split screen with showing the rescue and progress and all that stuff. That is not easy to handle. It doesn't matter how strong you believe you are. It doesn't matter how strong you actually are. That is not easy to handle. We want to be aware. We want to know what is happening, but we don't necessarily have to keep piling it on. I've mentioned before in previous videos how every time you watch something traumatizing, you're essentially re-traumatizing yourself, or you're being re-traumatized by the content that you're consuming. So when you saw the news at first, of course it had that, we all got that feeling deep down, and then we saw the replay, and then another replay, and then another replay. All of that just keeps adding on. So be very mindful of what type of content that you are consuming. But not only the stuff that you're getting, be careful with your children. People have this idea that kids don't know. They are not listening. Oh, he's on the iPad. He's not even paying attention. He hears. She sees. They can sense that feeling that's happening. They can sense the tension. They can see. They feel it. So be very mindful about the type of content that you're exposing your child to. It's not just that you don't want the child to be, to be exposed to you don't want the child to have to deal with what is happening or hearing these things all day. They don't always have the vocabulary to tell you that, hey, this thing that I'm watching, this content that I'm taking in is scaring me, is causing me anxiety, is giving me whatever reaction that child may be having. So be very mindful. Even if you're not willing to stop watching or limit how much of this content you take in for yourself,